What is going on, guys?
Hiller.
This is Poor Therapy. b-rad.
And postman.
Hope everybody's having a good night. Yeah, so just to start it off, I didn't look at any political stuff this week again. Kind of like getting away from it if I can. I found myself just being. It was like all I was looking up for like a couple days and whatnot. So I was like, you know what? It's not gonna kill me just to step away and not have my phone in my hands all the time and just looking at all the current events and whatnot. So I don't have any political stuff.
Woo!
Yeah, so we're just gonna just talk. But I did. God, I hate saying this too. I did have a little mental moment. So, all right, I'll go ahead and just get it over with.
Hang on. Disclosure, someone opened the door and there are now a lot of bugs in here. So if you see me swatting around, it's okay.
They should get stuck on the bug tape or whatever it is. But yeah. So I had a tiny little, I don't know what you want to call it, a mental moment. So what happened was, got a little insecure. Um, I seen where one of Carmen's friends was messaging her, and usually like that stuff doesn't bother me or whatever, but for some reason, like I don't know what it was. It was just something got under my skin, and I went to sleep, and I woke up, and I normally never ever do this, and I was like, you know what? Let me just see what it said. And so Carmen was asleep, and I got on her phone and went to go check it and everything. And I was like, all right, well, you know what? I'll just leave it alone. So I went to work all day. That was just cycling in my head, and I couldn't like drop it. I couldn't make it go away. I tried listening to different stuff. I tried, getting my attention on something else. Tried thinking about like other stuff, like podcast ideas or this or that, and like no matter what, it was just stuck. And I ended up getting just irritated, and I was like, I was already irritated because that morning there was a bunch of uh, work drama and everything, and everybody got yelled at for this or for that. Not me in particular, but I was already irritated when I got there, and then that happened, and then it just like it was like a build up, and so I was like, damn it. So I ended up leaving work early. Uh, got home, and I was like, you know what? Let me just work this off. Let me just weed eat. And so I started weed eating, and Carmen noticed like something was off. Like she was like, what's wrong? And I'm like, nothing. Like just let me weed eat. Like, just let me just deal with whatever I got to deal with, and just let me weed eat. So I started weed eating. Uh, After I got done weed eating, I went inside, took a shower, and then sat on the couch. And then she was washing dishes, and then she sat on the couch. And I was like, for some reason, I can't shake it, like And she was like, well, she like reassured me and everything, and um, whatnot. But yeah, for some reason, I guess because of my past relationships or whatever, um, I got insecure and I just couldn't shake it, like no matter what. But yeah, we talked through it, and I told her, I was uh, apologized for me being insecure and whatnot, and she said, you don't have to say sorry and this and that, and um, but yeah, so I had that to deal with, and then just life chores and drama ever since. So, and I hate talking about like my like mental troubles, I guess. Like I don't have very many. So like the ones I do have, it makes me feel, what's the word I'm looking for? Makes me feel like less than, I guess. So yeah, that's about it for that. So I got through that and everything. Even though it wasn't no big deal. Like I made it like I made it worse in my mind than what it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, I felt pretty dumb. And
I wore the wrong shirt.
we'll take it off.
I ain't got nothing on
Oh
underneath.
my god! I bet you're heating up right now
Yeah,
because
I am.
I'm sweating.
Yeah.
If you want, I can open that door, but it's gonna let in more bugs.
Yeah. We'll keep going. We'll
All
keep going.
right. But yeah, so I gotta stop saying
Do you want my like opinion or?
yeah. Give me your opinion.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh. Uh. mm, where to begin? Well, so like I guess to deal with the initial problem of like suspicion, right?
Yeah.
Um, I guess between me and Caitlin, it's like we're very, very, very open with each other,
Yeah.
and like if she picks up my phone to do whatever, I don't care, and vice versa. Like I could pick up
Well,
her
yeah.
phone and do whatever, and but I think I probably, if I was in, so this kind of circles back to what I've said before between rational and irrational thought. So if I was in rational thought, more or less, I would be like, hey, uh, I'm kind of having some things going on and I'm like real suspicious and like I'm kind of, I just want, I need to know, like, I
Yeah.
need reassurance in that, like, may I check your messages? And because you got to admit to your own fault, right? And it's just kind of on her then to be like, okay, like you're
To like reassure.
to reassure and then to recognize like, hey, he's just kind of coming at me with this and like laying it on the table rather than letting it stew and brew or go behind my back and check my phone and stuff. He's just coming at me with it.
Yeah.
So yeah. But then, as far as like the spiraling that you experienced,
Yeah.
uh, that's something that I deal with a lot. I spiral pretty hard sometimes, and
Yeah. Yeah. That shit sucked because it just made my day like 10 times worse.
you gotta. I mean, it's hard when you're in that mindset. It's hard to recognize like what you got to do to get out of it, right?
Yeah.
But you got to like nip it in the butt. Like you got to as soon as I realize and I'm spiraling, I do like everything I can to get out of it.
Well, all I'd have to do is be like, hey, like, you know, like I'm feeling a little insecure, and then, but for me, like, I know nothing is happening or going on,
Yeah.
but then it's like something in the back of my mind is just like, well, what if? Like, what if?
Those are intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I had intrusive thoughts, and I don't usually ever get them. I might have had like a couple of them, but like usually I can just like push it away and then just not have to ever think about it or whatever. But like I said, Sunday I just For the life of me, I just could not get rid of it. So,
So it's my turn.
okay.
Uh, I kind of wanted to talk about this off camera rather than on camera, but since you had to go and do that, um,
Well, is this like how serious is
this is
this?
pretty serious.
Well, if you don't want to talk about it on camera, we don't have to.
Well, I mean, I guess I can be vague with it.
Okay.
Uh, I ain't doing well.
Okay.
Uh, I keep having, I call them episodes. Um, and yeah, they're getting more frequent and like harder hitting. So getting a bit hard in the household. The wife is handling it well, more or less, and like she can recognize the signs and stuff
Yeah.
when I'm in that mindset. Um, but I got a doctor's appointment in the morning with my normal doc. I'll bring it up with him, but then I also have a appointment with my psychiatrist on the 22nd, I believe. So yeah, I'm gonna go back on my pills, which I've talked about before.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that if I talk to my doc tomorrow about it and he recognizes kind of the severity, that he might go ahead and like put me on some type of dose.
Okay.
So yeah.
Now, what do you think's making you like spiral, or
I don't know.
you just wake up and then you're just like just mad or whatever?
It's not even that. I mean, I can wake up fine, and then within an hour, it just out of nowhere. It. I mean, it's like it's. I mean, it's almost like I'm bipolar. Like
Yeah.
I'll go from being moderately okay, because here's the thing: I haven't been feeling like happy or like nothing really brings me joy anymore.
So what? You just like wake up and you're just like neutral or bland? Like I can't really. I'm
Yeah.
trying to like put myself into like not being able to feel happy. So you're just like,
This is okay.
yeah,
This
like,
is good enough.
hmm,
This is what it is. This
okay.
is existence.
And you don't know what's bringing that on?
No.
Trying to think of,
Like I haven't had like any triggers or anything that I know of. Um, I think it's just I've been off my meds for what month is it? The fifth month.
yeah.
So 5 months now. I think I'm just reverting kind of back to before. So
So reverting back to before, like, what is before exactly?
before I went on my meds, like back to 2019.
Yeah. How did the meds make you feel? Like, did they,
Um,
like, did you just wake up happy when you was having them?
no,
Like,
I don't really know how to describe it. It's like
or they just numb you out, like,
no,
to
no,
where you
no,
can't?
no. I that's me being over dramatic whenever I say that. It like turns me into a zombie, right?
Yeah.
No, that's being over dramatic. The reality of it is that it's not like I wouldn't even call it like a mood enhancer, you know, like I would call it more like it's almost like I'm able to feel happiness and like things can bring me joy. Like I don't know, I'm trying to think of, like a scoop of ice cream, right? Like
Yeah.
I eat it when I'm not on my medicine, and it's like this is ice cream. Okay, I eat it when I'm on my medicine, and it's like man, this ice cream's pretty good.
Okay. So it adds like a kind of like an enhancer
I mean,
to
I guess it
things.
is kind of
Yeah.
like a mood enhancer, but yeah,
All right. Hmm. The only drug I ever wanted to try was God, what's that drug that just makes you focus?
Adderall.
Adderall. That's one drug I would want to try. Just because I think if I had like way more focused, I'd be able to just get everything done. Because my problem is, and I'm almost 100% sure I have some form of ADHD or whatever it is. Because like I'll start something and I'll stop, I'll start something else. Then I'll stop, I'll start something else. Then I have to go back and try to keep going back and forth and try to finish whatever that I've started. And it's taking me forever. So the only thing is I'm scared that if I was to take Adderall or whatever, I'm scared of if it changes me, like I can't go back to who I was or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No.
All right, so I don't know. I'm just scared. Like what if I become addicted to Adderall?
So like meth.
Yeah.
They say that like you do meth once and it's with
Well,
you forever.
Adderall is like a cousin of meth. So, like, what if I just like get addicted to it and then like everything starts to like start to change, have different.
Or what if you do have undiagnosed ADHD or ADD and it mellows you out?
Well, I don't want to be mellowed out. I just want like more focus and I don't know, just like a drive. Because like I feel like sometimes I don't have that drive to want to get things done, and I just like procrastinate.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my thing with it. Like if I knew I could take it and it would just help me focus and just get stuff done and not have any bad side effects or like change me or make me an addict or whatever, I would take it. But I'm just scared that it would change me into someone I wouldn't like, or I just couldn't go back. Let me get a drink real quick. Have you ever taken Adderall?
No.
No?
I would if someone offered it to me, but no one's ever offered it.
I can get it. I'm just scared to take it.
You want me to take it with you?
No. No, I don't want to be a what's that called?
Bad influence.
No, we're somebody gets somebody else on something.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a word for it, but
a word for that.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. I was gonna say something. I totally forgot.
You say that, but you gave me shrooms.
that's different.
How is that different?
And by the way, I do not have any more shrooms. I don't mess with that stuff anymore. I didn't like the high off of shrooms.
It didn't affect me like at all. So I don't know what was going on there.
Well, you're a bigger boy, so I think you need it like more than the little dosages I was taking, because I was like microdosing pretty much. But I still didn't like the feeling it gave me. It's not like a weed high. It's like a. I mean, I don't really know of a lot of highs because I've only done weed, shrooms, and I snorted one pill one time. But that pill didn't even get me high. It just made my nose raw. And every time I'd breathe through my nose for like 3 days, it'd make my eyes water.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know how people do that stuff. But I didn't like how it made me feel. It made me feel like made me feel like I wasn't me, if that makes sense. Because I remember one night I took a bigger dosage because I was like, you know what? I want to giggle. I want to get the giggles. And I took a bigger dosage and I was just sitting there on the couch and I was just like, what's going on right now? Like I wasn't playing anything. I wasn't watching anything. I was just sitting there for like 30 minutes, just looking around the room. I did not have a good time. After that, I think that was the last time I took them because I was like, nah, fuck this. This ain't for me. Damn it! I was gonna say something. I totally forgot what it was. Oh, are y'all doing the baby's room?
Yeah, we started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What y'all do? Pink paint?
No,
No.
no.
What paint y'all done?
We haven't started with paint yet, but we're gonna do like a blue,
Okay. A blue.
a yellow,
All right.
pastel colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe some purple.
When does the baby due?
September 15th.
September. I thought it was in November. All right.
September.
September 15th.
Yeah, it's a week after mine.
God, give me a second. Let me check. I gotta check see when my kid was born. I got it written down. I can't remember this stuff.
That's pretty sad.
Oh, never mind. No, mine was in August. Never mind. Because I was like, damn, if they're on the same day, that's crazy. Well, are you excited?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't wait till the first
Yeah.
the first 2 to 3 months. I'm gonna be checking in like crazy. I'm like, how you doing today?
I want to block you.
Why? I want to know how y'all sleeping schedule is gonna go.
I don't know.
Because what me and Carmen had to do when we had the baby is I did night shift for the 3 months, and then she did during the day.
Yeah.
Because that thing will sleep sometimes all night, and then the next night she'll be up all night. Then next night she might be up all night, and then she might sleep. It's kind of back and forth for like the first 6 months. You'll be lucky if you get like a baby that just sleeps all the time. And then hopefully y'all don't get colic, because that shit is. Do you know what that is?
No.
All right, so colic is where the baby is born and the stomach isn't fully developed. So she can still eat and do everything normal. It's just for like the first 3 to 6 months, she'll have stomach aches like all the time. And Haven had that, and it was miserable. I'm like the only way we could get her to go to sleep is car rides. As soon as we would take her out of the car, put her in her bed or her swing, she'd wake up and just start crying. And it was like that all the time. So we just took car rides like crazy. And that was for like 4 or 5 months. I don't wish that on any parent. That shit sucks.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully everything's okay, and hopefully it goes okay.
I think you'd be a good dad.
I hope so.
I think you will. I can't wait till you have to start dealing with all the dad stuff.
Mm-hmm. I think it's gonna be easy.
You think so?
I do.
I think it'll be easy for you. Well, for one, for your first time being a dad, you're at a better. I wouldn't say you're at a better, but like your circumstances are way better than mine was.
I'm at a more stable point in my life.
Yeah, you got more stability than what I had. I was just dumb.
Someone's taking off. You want to go check?
Give me 1 second.
All right, I'll talk. They're taking off. You better hurry up. I don't know what's going on. What's going on?
She has to go get snacks.
Snacks are important.
Well, she's got a field trip with Haven in the morning.
Nah,
They're going to Washington D.C., and so she was headed out to Food Line to go get snacks on the
nice,
bus and
nice, nice.
whatnot. I told her because uh, she wants to make TikToks, but she's too insecure and like think people make fun of her and everything. And I told her I was like, don't worry about that. I was like, who cares?
Which one? The
Carmen,
okay.
yeah. She made a bunch of like dancing TikToks, but then she always takes them down like as soon as she uploads them. And I was like, who cares? Like, people are gonna make fun. They're gonna say
Oh yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
regardless.
Trolls are everywhere online.
Yeah, and even I troll sometimes.
Mhm.
So I was like, who cares? Like, just put it up there. Whatever happens, happens.
What do you say we do a shorter episode tonight?
Okay. You want to get on the Reddit thing and
Yeah, sure.
read off some of the Reddit posts I saved?
Which one you want me to do?
Start from. I can't remember which ones they were.
Okay, we got the urge to sleep with other women is consuming me.
Oh, okay. Read that one.
Okay, that's a long one.
So I've never understood this urge that this guy has.
I'm male, 30, married, and love my wife. Dealing with a serious problem of craving other women. I don't watch porn, doesn't turn me on, and I don't usually feel like I want to watch people doing it. I'm attractive. Women tend to flirt with me sometimes. I'm conservative. Religious terms made me live my whole life as a decent man. Sex after marriage. The idea of just doing it with one woman only for the rest of your life and just one, the one you married. It's crazy. I can't stop thinking about doing it with other women. It's consuming my mind and energy. I'll get lots of hate in the comments, but it is what it is. Advice: edit. I didn't cheat on her. I'm honest with myself, trying to actually listen to people who might had the same thoughts. Blah blah blah. Oh, okay, so that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so I can't really, I don't get that urge. Like I don't know if it's because like I don't. How can I put this? All right, so I'm not religious. I mean, all right, so I would say I believe that there is a God, but I don't fall into any of the religious categories, Christian or any of that stuff. But what I do have is like a rule set.
Morals.
Yeah, morals, values, and so I won't cheat. Um, just the basic ones that make you a decent person. So I can't really, I don't have that urge to want to go and sleep with other girls. Um, to give this guy some advice, I don't know. What do you think he should do?
I think he needs to be honest with his spouse.
Do you think he should just be like, let's have some threesomes?
I mean, no, but I mean, they should be like, hey, like I'm thinking about other women, like I crave other women, and like, because you never know, maybe she's like, yeah, let's do threesomes, or like, hey, here's a hall pass, or maybe not, maybe she's like super conservative too, and she's like, that's a no. Well, then get a divorce.
Yeah, he might have settled. Like he might have just chose to be with this woman because at the time he didn't really think it through and whatnot. Now he's having these urges and hmm,
But then if like divorce is off the table for yourself, then
gonna have to work through it.
yeah, bugs.
They're not gonna hurt you. But yeah, to that guy, good guy. Why are they all around you? I don't have any bugs around me.
because I smell good.
I'm sure that's what it is.
It's probably because I smell like weed.
But let's see. Got advice to this guy. Uh, you
Watch porn. Try it.
no, no. Oh, there is one thing I read that the some advisor in the White House just put out a bill to um get rid of most of the porn that you can see. And I didn't click on it. I just like was reading like the titles or whatever. So apparently like porn's gonna be limited now. So I'm sorry for all the porn watchers.
There's no way they do that.
You don't think so?
No,
I'm pretty. Let me.
because it's not legal in Virginia.
What is?
Porn or Pornhub. Let me specify. Pornhub is not legal in Virginia.
So you can't get on Pornhub in Virginia?
Yeah, if it registers that your IP is in Virginia, you can't access the site. But then there's this magical thing called a VPN that allows your IP address to be anywhere you want it to be. So you could choose Europe, and then voila, you have porn.
Oh, okay.
So even though they may ban it in the U.S., if that's even possible, because there would be so many people that vote against it, I mean, yeah, you just use a VPN and go to another country that it's legal in.
Do you use a VPN?
No.
Oh.
But I know how to do it if I want it.
Yeah. Damn it! I already forgot what I was gonna say. I done mixed myself up.
I think it's better to be open and honest and go down that road rather than to go down the road of...
Well, yeah, you don't want to have secrets towards your partner and everything, because that'll just make things 10 times worse.
Yeah, I mean, and then especially if you go through with like cheating on them,
Yeah.
then like it's just going to be worse.
Yeah.
Because either because you cheated on them, they're going to want a divorce, so like you're kind of getting that anyways, or you stay together and then they have to live with that like for the rest of their lives that you cheated on them.
Yeah.
And then always in fear that you're going to do it again, and maybe you are the person that does it again, and then you're just ruining this other person's life, putting them through misery, and then bravo.
Yeah. Plus the guilt will eat them up.
Yeah.
If people some people like don't have that.
Some people just don't care. They're like,
Yeah.
I'm just using this person.
Yeah. You want to read another one?
Yeah, sure. What do you do when you've met someone you like and find out she has an STD?
Oh, okay. So STDs around here have been going up. I was reading a paper. If some health place around here was saying that in the valley that STDs have like surged up.
Okay.
So people around here,
Wear protection.
wear protection. It's I don't know what STDs around here is, getting out of control, but if you're going to sleep with random people, I would definitely use some protection. You want to read that?
There's not really much to it. He just talks about how they have HPV and then how he wants to be intimate.
Oh, okay. I hate to say it, but if I wasn't with my woman and I was single and I knew somebody had an STD, I would not get with them. Like that's just a cutoff for me. Like
I would really appreciate them being honest with me. I would, but I don't think I could do it. I don't. Mm-mm.
yeah, I couldn't. Like I don't know. It's something about an STD that just goes too far for me. Like I couldn't even imagine going down that road. Like you have what? Like no, sorry.
Syphilis or chlamydia or genital warts.
Herpes.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah, so to this guy, I mean, I guess it's up to him if he can.
Stomach it or not?
Yeah,
I mean, you.
and hopefully the woman is on medicine or something. Like if, because I know that, like there are some STDs you can take medicine for,
Yeah.
like herpes. You can take medicine and you won't have like an outbreak or whatever. Um, hopefully this lady's on some type of medicine for whatever STD she has. And nothing against anybody that has an STD, but that's a that's a red flag for me.
He's 26 and she's 35.
Okay.
I feel like there are other options out there.
Yeah, but I guess he's in love. I mean, God,
Mm,
that would be tough.
Mm-mm.
I couldn't do it. Like I said, there's something about if I'm talking to somebody and they say they have an STD, like they just automatically just
Now, what about this? Okay.
okay, all right.
Now, what if you're dating somebody, right? You don't kiss or nothing. You don't have sex for like months, right? But you fall in love with them, and you're like, I want to marry this person. You're like planning to propose, and then they come to you and they're like, hey, it's like I need to tell you something. I got an STD and it's HPV. Let's just say that.
I don't even know what HPV is.
I don't know. It's some type of herpes, I think. But
Okay.
but oy. But so like you kind of already made it up in your mind that you want to spend the rest of your life with this person. What does it matter if you get an STD? I'm just
I don't know. Like I said, for me, I couldn't do it. Like it's just something about it that just like it's just like a huge. I don't know if you could say a turn off or uh red flag. Is just if I know somebody's got something like
now. What if like your woman now, what if it came to you tomorrow, come to you tomorrow, and like, hey, I don't know how it happened.
oh she got some fucking explaining to do.
Let's say it was like completely accidental, right? Like
Like
no cheating involved,
sitting on a public bathroom
like something like that, right?
because
Like
that's rare, but
the
it does
one in a
happen.
million chance, right? And it just so happens to happen.
God, don't do this to me. Um,
That'd be rough. That would be rough.
and I mean, I do plan on spending the rest of my life with Carmen.
What's a cold sore every now and then?
I don't know. I'm just that is tough. Does it say how long they've been dating?
Well, I mean, that's you're avoiding my question. You and your woman right now.
All right. If my woman got an STD from, not cheating or whatever, and was just in a public restroom and contracted it from that.
Or some crazed fucking doctor is like, and injects her with it. Just gets her. So, like, not only are you filing a lawsuit, but you're also.
Well, now that you point it, God, now that you put it in that like type of viewpoint, I can't.
What does it matter at that point?
Yeah, but I mean, you got a point.
I mean, you could still be with him and not be intimate with him.
Yeah,
But then
but
that.
God, the relationship will dry up
Oh,
fast.
yeah.
I mean, if it happened like that, then I would try to force myself through it. Um, hopefully, we never have to go through anything like that because I'd be having a mental breakdown. Like, I'd be in here every night. Guys, I need help.
Somebody.
God, that would suck though. I don't know. I don't know how people go through that type of stuff. I mean, I guess that just goes to show like there's just all kinds of stuff that people have to deal with. But I mean, like I said, if she got it through those means or whatever, I would try to push myself and be supportive and try to do the right thing. But it would be hard. I don't know. It's just something in my mind that like it's not it's not like racist or whatever. It's just like oh god, you got an STD. Like stay
like,
away from
like
me.
that's foul.
Yeah.
Man, it's disgusting.
I don't know. Maybe that says something about my personality.
When you said like when you said something about like you never know what people are going through or whatever, it for some reason it made me think like uh, imagine like the life that we've lived, right?
Yeah.
The way that we've grown up. But then imagine someone in like New York that lives in a single building that has over 200 people in it.
Yeah.
Imagine living next to 200 people all in one building.
Yeah, that would be
That'd
crazy.
be crazy, dude. Like, yeah, I live on the 13th floor, apartment D.
Yeah, that would be insane. And then just constantly hearing like
Everything.
everybody's
Yeah.
problems and the guy next door is drinking, the girl in front of you or whatever's a prostitute. Like
I mean,
that.
I'm sure there are decent people, but yeah.
Well, the thing is what I find crazy is the way people like go about their life and the vices they use to try to deal with life. Because like a lot of people that drink do it to at first like to get away from something or to deal with this or deal with that, and then after so long like they're stuck, they're addicted to drinking, so then they're just drinking to drink. So I just find that like kind of crazy. That's one reason why like I won't like let myself like I drunk a little bit today when we like grilled out and everything, but like that's I probably won't drink again until like November when we have our river party,
Mm,
and then that's it.
that's a long time to go.
Yeah, but my thing is I'm scared because alcoholism, it runs pretty deep in my family. I'm scared that if I do it too much, then I'm gonna get sucked down that way. And I really do not want. I don't want to deal with the problems that my his dad before him, and like it just goes up the grapevine. Like I don't want to deal with that crap. And plus, I want something different for my kids. I don't want to be the dad that drinks 24/7. That's just my viewpoint. But yeah, you want to read the other one? I think I sent you three. Ugh. I can't remember the ones I sent though.
Father of my child, leading a double life for over a year.
Oh yeah, I thought this was insane.
Okay, this is a long one. To say I'm in shock would be an understatement. I, 39 female, have two kids with my with my future ex, 38 male, together for 10 years now. I found out 2 days ago that he's been cheating and leading a double life, pretending he was single. The other woman contacted me and spilled the whole F and T. I wasn't ready, still not. He was telling me, or Yeah, he was telling her he was single, that we were just living together while I find a new place to live, which is false. That I wasn't working and did not want to, also false. I was going through PPD for our second child,
Post.
postpartum,
Yeah.
struggling with two kids under two at the time with little help, since I'm not since I'm on maternity leave for a reason. After that, going back to work and being assaulted by a special needs teenage student, resulting in a concussion. Again, little to no help, even telling me I didn't need the paid leave from work. And since I was faking symptoms, according to him, I had it pretty bad with migraines, blah, blah, blah. They had been sexually active for over a year without protection. Okay, well, she told a lot, but
All right, let's just simplify it. You want me to simplify it?
I mean, yeah. So she's like going through a bunch of shit, and the whole time she's going through all that, he's cheating on her behind her back.
He's living like a double life, which I can't even imagine how people live a double life.
That's a lot to manage.
Cause like just me living my regular life, I don't have any time to be going out and meeting some other lady and then just doing life stuff with that person
Like,
while doing life stuff with.
how do you disappear for hours at a time?
Yeah, I have no idea. I was wondering that. I was like, how do people have a double life? Like
Yeah.
you got to be like extremely. You got to schedule everything,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm guessing he's saying like, "Oh, I'm going to work Tuesday," and then he just spends Tuesday with the other girl, which is kind of crazy. Like I don't.
Oh, I'm pulling a lot of overtime.
Yeah, I don't know how people do that. Because I was sitting there thinking the other day, when I was reading that, I was like, there ain't no way. Like how is this even possible?
Yeah.
And he's got kids,
Yeah.
which is insane.
I mean, they're under two, so it's not
Yeah, yeah. But it's still crazy
Yeah.
because, like I said, like the whole life stuff, like life that I'm living now, and then trying to double that, I couldn't do it. I wouldn't have enough time.
I wouldn't have enough energy.
Yeah, I wouldn't have enough
Yeah.
energy.
Like I'd have to do cocaine or something.
And then just trying to keep all that like organized.
It's too much to manage.
Like I come home, hypothetically, I'd come home and I'd be like, "Oh, hey, babe, what's going on?" And then accidentally call her the other girl's name or something. Like that would be what I would do. I could already see it now. I'd be caught in day one.
We ain't even had sex yet.
God. Yeah, I sent you that because I was like, that's insane. Like, how does that even happen?
Yeah. You ready to call it? That's the last one.
Uh,
Unless you got more you want to talk about.
not right off the hand. I can't think of anything at the moment. So we'll just go ahead and call it. Like always, guys, if you want to talk to us, there's a number here down on the screen.
Like and subscribe.
Text it. Like and you could do that. Like and subscribe. And we'll always go live at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time
On Thursdays. Every week.
Yeah. Hopefully everybody has a good night, and we'll see you next week.
Toodles.
Later. Bye-bye.